greedily.
The FBI doesn't like that we like looking at Fumino.
Okay.
No one does.
I do. I'm right there with you.
Joe's here with me.
Pray for your
For salvation for these people.
Alright, I think we're live. I think we're okay.
Salvation comes in the form of pink tights.
I get eggplants in chat if we're live.
Yeah, I think we're live. Okay.
Hashtag eggplant emoji.
Alright.
Hashtag eggplants for Fumino.
Oh god.
Eggplants for
That's my new charity.
Can anyone confirm that we're good?
It does say live now, but I don't.
Yeah.
It's only got 14 seconds of footage in it.
Okay, wait. I think it's still really laggy though. It looks like we're live, but I think it's still just very. Yeah, we're live. We're definitely live, but it's just very laggy.
I would recommend just turning video off.
Yeah, turn the videos off, guys. No point.
Bye everyone.
We're all voices.
Bye.
We are all just voices in the wind.
Joe's gonna leave his on.
right on.
Press Control
Joe's the
and
worst.
E. Control E, Joseph. There you go.
Alright, guys.
I knew how.
Alright.
You just didn't want
Confirmation in
to.
chat that you can at least hear us and the audio's all good. Just give me like a, I don't know, something in chat, please. Don't bullshit me either.
Oh god.
Hello? Chat.
We've got about a 20-second delay, so be prepared for that.
Damn, 20 seconds.
Yeah, remember there's always a delay.
Ugh.
Hey, there we go.
Okay, but can they? I just see round 2.
Of course, says audio is good. Therefore, it must be good.
Oh, okay. Okay, there we go. Alright,
Cool.
great.
Let's start over.
They would never lie to us.
Okay. Ignore the last attempt, guys. Welcome to the Gunpla test room. As you can see, quality is as low as expectations here. So, here we are. It's been months, years, decades. We've all grown older and more jaded towards the world.
There's some gray in that beard of yours.
Nah, not yet.
When was the last time you saw the light of day?
Yesterday.
Sod said hand sounds like he's talking through drywall.
What?
Ham's
The last
run
time
out
I
of
listened
food
to the podcast, I was in my 20s, and now I'm 30.
That's just his voice.
Ham has run out of food and is now eating drywall from his home.
Why does he? I have a good mic on. This is ridiculous.
Yeah, it sounds alright. Don't worry.
It sounds fine to me.
All right.
I like the
On
sound of
with the show.
drywall.
I like the sound of drywall. All right. Great. That's a fantastic.
It sounds like this.
Oh god.
Oh god.
Oh god.
Lord.
All right. So, welcome. We're back. By, I don't know. Was it popular demand? Who's our biggest fan?
Nick.
Yeah, for
Nick.
sure. Nick is the biggest fan. Absolutely.
I think it's everyone's fan though.
This one
Nick,
goes out
we're
to you,
also
Nick.
your fan.
This is Nick's podcast. Everybody else leave. This is for him.
Nick, you the man.
This is for him.
We love you, Nick.
This is it. This is for him. Nobody else.
Oh jeez. Alright, so what's on the agenda, Ham?
What is on the agenda? We're gonna start how we usually start, except
By talking about Marie Kondo.
yes.
I'm a
That
big
doesn't
fan.
sound true, eh?
She's perfect.
I don't know who Marie Kondo is, but I can tell you a lot about Kazuhisa Kondo.
Oh my god, I don't want to hear about Kazuhisa.
Alright, greetings and intro.
What?
I think we stopped at Joe, right?
It's
Should we just restart?
Joe's dead introduction.
Yeah. Well, all right. So I'm Joe still. I haven't done it very much lately, but I build Gunpla.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. Although in the last month and a half, I've only touched an Evangelion model.
Nice. All right.
How
Did
dare
you do
call
it
yourself
appropriately?
a Gunpla lover?
I just like making things with my hands.
All right.
Have you ever made
Everything.
those Naruto hand signs? Don't lie to me. I know you have.
I have never watched not even one Naruto.
What?
Oh wow!
Not even one whole Naruto.
Not even one.
I have also
Not
never
even one
seen
of
an
them.
entire.
Not even one.
I'm more willing to believe it out of Neon than out of Joe.
Believe it.
Gundam's the only animated series I've ever seen.
That, you're a liar. You're a liar.
Neon is a
Actually, no, you've
complete
Evangelion.
liar.
And Kimono Friends. That's a rap, isn't it?
That's
Most Gundam series, Neon Genesis Evangelion, and Kimono Friends.
I do not believe you. For a minute.
All right. Next, Taco. Go.
Good morning, I'm Taco and BFS. Call me Tech as well. I build Gunpla and sometimes I force people to look at it online, here and there.
As
And
featured in
force-
this month's Airbrushing magazine.
Yep.
Well, if,
Yep.
if they want to do that, it's not my choice, but I'm very happy with that.
You put them in a kangaroo pouch.
Yeah, I do go to work riding kangaroo with my, meat pie in the kangaroo pouch as well.
I like that. I like that lore.
I like meat pie.
Here we are.
Got one in,
I think that's a good segue. Neon, introduce yourself.
Hello,
We've
everyone.
arrived.
I'm Neon of the Meat Pie.
Oh man.
Mm.
And yeah, I do build Gunpla sometimes. Currently working through my first commission, and yeah, that's about it. Most of my builds are mono eyes. I'm yet to ever finish a Gundam face model, I think.
Can I just say that I'm very proud of everybody who is now doing commissions this year? Takes the workload
Well-
off of me.
We'll agree with that once I finish it, but you know.
Fantastic. Another segue, perfect, into Hero. Go.
My name is And the Hero Is, otherwise known as Jose. And I too occasionally build things, though not so much
No,
this
you
year.
don't.
I said occasionally! Why I added that qualifier. Last time I built anything was for the contest, and I lost horribly. Since
Oh,
then,
no, you
I've
didn't.
not,
You came in
I have
third.
not touched anything. I came in second!
You were talking about that exact model today.
Came in second, and that's not good enough.
It was a moral loss.
That, yeah. Morale is down.
But the stocks go up.
I guess that's fine.
Oh man.
Oh my god.
Oh,
All right.
It's the
no.
state of the world. And finally, no, we've got Ham as well.
We've got Ham, who had an intro, and it was lost to time.
Yeah, it's dead
Lost
now.
to the void.
Let Tenta go.
probably
a
good idea.
Let Tenta go
Sure.
first.
I'm Tenta. Tentagrape on Discord. I occasionally build things but never seem to finish, and then get cucked over by Bandai when they release the official version.
Every time.
Recently I finished a flag, but we'll see if that gets cucked over too.
Didn't you hear that Bandai was making a flag?
Yep, it'll probably happen. GN flag 2021.
I can see that happening.
Master grade.
Yep. Ham?
Genuinely, I'm surprised it hasn't happened.
I need you to go start on your V8 so it
Yep.
makes it come out quicker.
Well, Jin's already doing that, so you know.
Yeah, but he's not cursed.
Yeah, there's apparently a very unique curse associated with my ideas.
No,
So
that did
we'll
happen
see what
to him.
happens.
No.
That
That
did
did.
happen to him.
He got
with
the
Dryberg.
dry swag. Yeah.
Oh, that's right. Jesus Christ, yo, I hate it. Yo, it's the worst.
Can we just give you our what we want as a kit, and then you build it halfway?
It when
I'll take commissions for things for me to be cursed on, starting in late 2020. And speaking of getting cucked over by Bandai, Ham.
Oh wow. Yeah. Hello. I'm Ham. I'm sure most of you know me. Maybe hate me. That's nice. My name is also Reed. I'm sure you've seen my mug in main chat a handful of times because I like posting it because I'm very vain. Hello. I'm technically the host of this podcast, but I defer to people that talk the most, aka Neon. So,
You are not making me the host of this. Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
Do not put that evil on him.
How dare
Star
you?
Wars villains can't be show hosts.
Wow.
Well, if we are passing over to me, then I think it's time to move into our first segment, which is the news. We'll be taking it a lot faster than we used to back in the day, where it took about an hour and a half.
Well, because you wanted to include every color of every kit ever released.
Yeah,
That's
Yeah,
true.
that's kind of useless. I'll
So
go ahead and
we'll only
present.
cover like the main stuff. Just interject if you have something to say about these releases, because it's been so long. A lot of stuff has come and gone, so I'll just start with some of the stuff that's been in magazines recently. So first off, we've got the 1-to-144 Gundam Hajiraboshi. Anyone got any views on that one?
The hell is it?
Is that the ugly one?
It's the good one.
Well, wait.
One with the big
Isn't
pinchy
that the
claws
one
and
in
the
there?
two heads?
It does have big pinchy claws. Yes,
Oh, that thing. Yeah, that's cool.
Who's gonna?
I really
present?
like it.
I thought somebody.
I don't know what the hell
was
it's
gonna
from,
present so I could show the people.
but it's cool.
Oh,
Yep, I am.
Okay, thank you. There we go.
Hey, it's this boy
There you
with
go.
the dildo mace.
Honestly,
I like it.
it's not bad. I like it more than the Marcosius.
I also like it a lot more than the Marcosius. I think it's sleek. I think it's weird. Considering it's a protagonist suit, it's kind of odd. It's got a drill and a really ugly handgun.
Oh, that
You can-
thing. I like that
You can see
thing.
the Barbados feet on it too.
Which is
Yeah.
what makes it ugly.
Wow.
It's got the weird back boosters that are huge. This is technically the Aqua weapons for it. We've
Oh.
not seen any other weapon from. How many tabs do you have open?
Oh my
Lots.
God, how many tabs do you have open? Jesus.
Google lets him do
Jesus
it.
Christ!
He's the
There's
only
about
one who's
40
allowed to
of
have
them.
that many tabs open and not.
It looks
crash
like a
the
train. Anyway, so yes, I'm quite excited for that. I think I'm going to pick that one up.
I
Personally-
I really like it.
I think there are a lot more people excited about this too.
Oh, now we're talking.
I'm excited
Oh,
about the
that's-
3 other things from that series that there aren't kits for.
Oh, the Testament. I don't know. I've always liked the Testament, and I had no reaction to the Testament being announced as a kit because I was just like,
Well, because it's an MG,
right, and I just don't care.
right?
And also, it kind of was out. Well, there was the bootleg by Dragon Momoko, which was
Right.
That's
quite
correct,
well
yeah.
regarded.
But now we have an official kit, so people like him can feel less awful.
I meant the hexaframe Leo looking thing and the grays.
Oh, the
We've
Enzo.
moved on.
Yeah, the Enzo.
Yeah.
Is that what you mean? Yeah, it was.
Yeah, I like I do like the
I
Testament.
really do like this though.
Yeah, the Testament's cool.
The like little claw mechanics and everything.
Yeah.
Have you seen Have you seen the Testament in action in any of the SD games?
Nah.
It
Sadly,
has,
no.
like, it's a really sort of cool way of like moving. So it uses the big claw to grab people, and then it shoots them with the handguns.
Oh, okay.
And the handgun got physical rounds and laser beam both, I think, if I remember correctly.
Oh,
I
it
think
looks
that's
like
correct.
they've got like Gatling guns built into the freaking hand.
Oh, that too, yeah.
What the? Oh, that's actually. Oh, yeah, I like the Testament.
And I think you on BFS right now is working on his own custom testament,
Yes,
so
he
it's all
is.
forward
So
to
the
Mm.
curse
Continues.
continues.
I was the first one struck by the curse almost.
Yeah, it was
5
the
years
Zeta plus
ago.
C1, wasn't it?
Yes, I literally finished it, and the next day they announced the P Bandai C1.
Yes, but then I popularized the curse.
It spread in influence.
We've also got this boy coming
hate
up.
it.
If
Stop.
anyone's a fan of that
Drop the
thing,
screen.
No?
I hate
No?
it.
Rocket Boy.
Up, type me up. Oh my god.
I mean, I don't like F90 to begin with.
I actually like the other F90 variant that's coming out with this. I like the other one.
The like Vespa one.
Yeah,
It's okay.
I like that one.
It looks very crossbone, which makes me worried.
But
Eh.
but the other, oh god, why a shuttle? Who the?
I do like that. So basically, with the original F90 series, the VSBR type basically just had F91s. You know, those hip guns.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Whereas with this version, they've changed the hip gun into a rifle, which I think is a really nice idea.
Yeah. I like that.
Well, this one
Looks
came
more
before
creative.
the F91, though, correct?
This is like the test phase for the VSBRs.
Okay.
Yeah, that rocket shit is ugly.
So, we've also got this boy.
I am
Oh,
genuinely really excited about this.
I think
The
it's-
expansion parts for the 1100 MG Barbados that came out.
honestly, that's very smart. I mean, that is an obvious thing. You have to do this, right? Like,
Mm-hmm.
how could you not?
And it's
I think
just
the
up to the
biggest
point.
hint is that because it got the Greys part in there, we're wondering if there's going to be a Master Grade Greys anytime soon, right?
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Mm.
I would
doubt it.
These are Grey's Ritter parts. Oh no, so it does come
Yeah.
with the
Right.
all the
Yeah.
forms, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So it's the Grey's Ritter parts. I think they might reuse them later for the Carter model, but
We've
who
also
knows?
got the Shaw grappling hook thingy.
You've got that from Form 3. You've got the Grey's shoulder armor pieces from Form 2. You've got
Correct.
the gauntlet from Form 1, which is my favourite.
I
and-
will say that the gray shoulders can mean very good things for me. But the most important thing of that set is the mobile worker.
Everyone is excited about that mobile
A
worker.
1/100 mobile worker is
Yeah.
indeed pretty crazy.
Well, you know what's positive about this? If we get a Master Grade Grays, I can only assume they're going to do this, but for the Grays, where they do an expansion set that's like, oh, this
Oh,
is
that'd be great.
right.
That's kind of what I
love
figured they
that.
were gonna do.
Like just one set where you can build every variant of the Grays from it. That'd be great.
That would be
Give
pretty
me
cool.
5.
That might
I'd
be
pay-
the first MG that I buy.
Yeah, I'd pay $70 for that.
Honestly,
Same.
And then
worth
Joe will be taking out a loan to buy 20 Graces.
it.
No way! I got that COVID money.
So, this one also
Moving
came a
on.
little
Yes,
bit of
this is what I'm excited about.
left
Pluto.
field.
This
I
Alright,
was so
someone tell me what
excited
that
for this.
is. 'Cause
So
it
tell me what
Plutone is the prototype of the Nadley from 00. So it's the first suit that uses like GN shields and that kind of weapon. It also has a core fighter. And Joe, do you remember Felt from 00,
I was
the one
gonna
with pink
say,
hair?
Of course I do. The one that wanted sets in his dick.
So you know her parents are dead.
The lack of it.
They also
Um,
wanted his dick.
So they died because Plutone's GN shield activated with them inside, and instead of protecting them from things outside, it just formed inside and killed everything that was inside it.
That's
Except
That is
Plutone.
nice right in there.
Yeah, it's
So-
it's not the best built, but it's very pretty to look at.
It's awesome.
I'm really
thing-
excited.
I like it a lot. I thought it was a re-rise thing.
No.
No.
I
This
thought
is
there was a core
strictly,
fighter in there.
This is strictly Gundam 00 side story.
But it's
But
There
does
is a
that
core
have?
fighter, Joe.
But that has a little man in there. Like the Nodley rides around in the Virtue.
no.
Yeah, it has a
Oh,
little
no,
man
no.
in
It
there.
does not have a little man in there. There's no little man.
Right, that is correct. There's
So-
no little man in the box, Joe.
So no, what I mean is it
TV.
can't purge that armor.
No,
No.
this is like the Nadley.
No.
So it's the thing, like a very stripped down basic thing. It's got core fighter on the back that can be in the chest, and it has loads of GN cables, which is a design feature that I absolutely love.
I like
So
that
I
too.
am very happy that I pre-ordered this.
Yeah.
That thing is
Yep.
cool.
Is it a P Bandai or regular release?
It'll be a
Bandai.
Bandai release.
Oh, come
on the
on.
regular release side, though, we do have the Wodon.
The Wadon Pod.
Someone tell me what that piece of shit is.
It's
Nothing good.
brilliant.
Turn
It's
A.
awful.
I don't
with
like its
a-
little hands.
It has a gigantic blue ribbon, though.
So the ribbon is a spoiler for the end of the series that hasn't aired yet. At some point, it will use final battle parts, which is that awful ribbon thing that is actually the Yoravan's skirt armor, just upscaled. But I am so excited for when this arrives. I've pre-ordered
awful.
mine. It can walk, it can run, it can turn into a flight mode. It cannot store the Maydol in it, unfortunately.
Right.
But when is it going home?
It's going home right now. Find a picture of it walking.
And it's technically a mono eye as well.
It is.
Yes.
It's more like a
There you go.
sneak
That's the
attack.
flight mode.
Should I watch Re-Rise just for May?
That's a good enough reason.
Taxi.
Are there any returning characters that we know and love from?
Well,
Uh,
there
yeah.
are returning designs, Joe, so that's a good segue into the next one, which is
Are
the
there any-
Astray.
Oh.
Luminas?
Hang on, was Astray spelt with 2 S's up there? Scroll back up.
Astray.
No, I think that's just you wanting it that way.
Okay, so I looked at this thing because I was such a huge fan of the No Name.
Okay.
My opinion of this thing really is going to come down to its context and what it looks like in action and why it exists.
This is absolutely a successor to the No Name. I hate the design of it.
It looks like, so if the No Name was a busted ass Astray that looked like it had been through 100 battles, then this is what it looks like if it came out the other side.
Yeah.
I mean, that.
They got rid of the coolest part of the No Name, which was the unbalanced look of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They certainly
But-
did.
And the symmetry
now-
on it is just unnatural looking now.
But now
Well-
it looks like its own thing. Like,
Right, no, that is true.
Those
The-
legs are
Yeah,
cool.
much more
I think-
refined. and,
I
I
think
think
you're-
Cole actually brought it up, but if we look at the back of the legs for the No Name, or for the new No Name, you see something that looks very similar to the Mirage frame feet.
Oh god, I forgot about this.
Oh my god, that means it's gonna train. Oh, and look at the claw.
It's gonna turn
hand.
into a frog.
It's gonna
Yeah.
turn into some kind
I
of
hate
monster.
it.
Oh my god.
People are saying that there's a lot of the Astray Mirage frame, which is this weird purple beetle-looking thing that has a transformation sequence, and they're saying that this might have some sort of system in.
It
similar-
really
it
looks
does.
like it will, which takes on very well to our next segment, which is Taco, how do you feel about bullfrogs, and would you want a Gunpla that turns into one?
What?
Not people.
Frogs are good
I
eating.
think one thing I want to point out is that because it looks like it got a lot of delicate details on there on a high grade, so I think I'm quite worried about how the details are going to come out from the mold. I think it might be very hard to work with in terms of making it sharp and making it look neat and finally to actually paint it well. So it looks nice, but I think that's a bit of a concern.
I think also, quite like the No Name, this is one where if you want it to be completely accurate, it is absolutely for more experienced builders. The No Name had really, really difficult part separation, well, lack of part separation rather, where a lot of the details were very unusual in the way that they're added in. There's lots of like half curves and things. So if you want to get an accurate version, you've got to be good.
Is it time for me to finally build mine?
No,
I think
just
it
go
is.
back to World of Warcraft.
I think I might get a No Name. I really have come round on that design. I like it.
I'd send you one of the 6 that I have.
There's another very polarizing one that came out though.
Boo!
This is my favorite version of the RX-78 besides the Origin
What?
version. I love
What's
this.
wrong with you?
It's
I
great.
love this. I love this version of it.
That's awesome. Why couldn't we get
Absolutely.
this and just throw away the G40?
I like
I
the
like
G40 because at least it's doing something new.
No,
G40
Yeah,
is awful.
doing something new and bad.
I prefer new and bad to completely unoriginal and boring.
no, this is
No, this is
fun.
fine.
I love
No,
this.
it looks
So-
great.
It's
I
great.
think the new proportions are pretty nice with this.
Right.
For a high grade, that thing looks cool.
Like,
Why did we need another high grade
Why not?
RX-78
Why
too?
not?
Why not?
Because
Well,
there's like
who
9
Because
of
it had
them.
the G40.
Who else are we gonna give it to?
Exactly.
Would you have preferred another unicorn?
We've not had a unicorn for ages.
Good. Let's keep it that way.
Look, it could do all of the famous poses, like the gun barrel floating alone in space.
And the shooting.
And the bit where its face goes incredibly long.
This is some really good posing though, in all honesty.
Yeah.
It is.
and that
I'm
one
sure it's
where-
good engineering.
It becomes a rigid board and then floats through space.
Look how
I like the one where his chest becomes a whole screen.
look at how cool this is. I love
Well,
it.
so Neon, if you don't like this one, then how about this boy?
I am interested by this.
This is a new entry grade Gramps.
I like this, if only for the fact that this could be the easiest way to get anybody into Gunpla ever, because you could throw this at them and they need nothing but their hands, and that's it.
Because how much is this? This is about 880 yen, I think.
So it's like $7.
$7.70 actually.
Yeah,
That's
like,
incredible.
yeah.
How do you
about
get
the-
it out of the runner?
You pop it out. You pop it out. There's no
Yep.
nubs. There's no nubs.
Why? How is there no
There
nubs?
just isn't.
That's the way that they
That's
printed it.
not true.
Have you ever built a Lego? That is
So
what
if
this
we
is
look
now.
here,
Yeah.
No, it comes in a runner.
Yeah, but
No, it
look.
doesn't.
But look.
no, but you
Lego
can
box.
see. So like the SD kits and some of the other like cheaper kits, the nubs at the very end are actually rounded already. So there's nothing connecting them to the actual pieces.
That bottom left picture looks
But
like me after
the
I've had too
actual
much
nut
curry.
or the water gate, yeah, it's going to be very thin. And because I'm guessing the run is actually made by KPS plastic, whatever that means. So KPS just makes it really easy to straight build. But for us who are trying to customize it, send, and the KPS just an evil material to be used. So I'm guessing this is integrated just using that.
Taco, is KPS the same style of plastic that like some of the Iron-Blooded Orphans kits are made out of, where they like feel very soft?
Yeah, that's the one. So once you sand it, you see the whole thing just gone uneven right away because that's how soft it is. So that's why it's good for like entry grade or
I feel like
stuff. Yeah.
I don't know, but they might also go the SD route where the plastic is just really really solid ABS plastic.
Probably too. Yeah.
So I don't know. It's gonna be one or the other. We're gonna have really soft IBO plastic or crappy SD plastic.
But this
I
is,
But the main point is this is something you go to the store and say, hey, I want to buy my son a Gunpla, and then you buy this for 770 yen, and
Oh,
then
totally.
you get the Deep Striker.
this is a great this is a great stocking stuffer. This is such a good like, oh, I spent $6 on this kit. Cool, here. Merry Christmas.
When did you become someone's mom?
Ages ago.
This is nice. I think it'll make a nice stocking stuffer.
I never want to hear that accent again.
I'm gonna buy this for my son.
I
Oh,
will
that
say
reads
this.
a good boy.
This is good for two things for me. If you're wanting to make something like a full armor RX-78, this would be a good base.
No,
Yeah.
agreed.
Yeah.
If you wanted to steal limbs
Yeah.
and you didn't
Or
want a
joints.
criminal record, this would be a good way to do it.
I
In all
prefer to have
honesty,
a criminal record.
it's a really nice cheap kit just to start out with or to use for random tests and customizing. And we've got a bunch of other kits to look at, but I've got one last one that I wanted to make sure we talked about.
Yes. And in fact, so poetic.
What show is that from?
I just started rewatching.
It's from Kemono Friends.
You're not rewatching Wings. Stop it.
I am. Because
I would have lit a candle for you.
wow, what am I dead?
Or an orphanage.
I need to send my good intentions over to you.
So I've been working out like 7 days a week. So I've been watching stuff while I do my exercise bike. I just finished 00 for like the 8th time because I'm
Oh,
always
man.
down to watch 00 because 00 is great.
Nothing makes me want to be a svelte young man like Gundam Wing.
Ugh.
And I started
Don't say that
rewatching
word again.
Wing. Wing picks up after like episode 7. After episode 7, like by the time Wu Fei and Trey's like have their little duel, Wing starts picking up.
Yeah. Hell
Now,
yeah.
here's the question: are you gonna watch G Unit afterwards?
Absolutely not.
Speaking of,
certainly
have you
comes up
seen
later.
the new Gundams from G Unit?
Absolutely not.
They're awful.
I bet.
Have you seen them, Joe?
Bad.
Man,
Yeah.
I love. See,
There's a lot of detail on them.
I love
The high grade kits look too detailed.
Dude, I'm so excited for the Heavy Arms. The Heavy Arms is like my old favorite Gundam. That's like my first like, oh, this is the Gundam I love. It's the Heavy Arms.
The Heavy Arms is
It's got
great.
the tit guns.
Yeah, it's got the dick guns. I love it. The tit guns. Yeah,
It's got the knife and the torso that could spin 360 for that one scene.
If that torso isn't motorized,
Oh my god. That'd be sick.
That'll be
Why has
great.
no one done a diorama of that?
You
scene
press
yet?
its crotch and he does a knife spin.
Nice.
Can I could I just link the new G Unit designs because I think they deserve to be shared.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, they
sure.
do.
Go ahead and link them to me.
I'm
It's gonna be
very
fun to
very
trash.
excited for the Geminis. I still have to pre-order the additional parts, but that boy should be arriving soon.
Neon,
Along
what
with-
is this awful thing you've linked me?
They're terrible, aren't they? Absolutely awful.
No, it looks like a child made this on like Tumblr or something.
Oh, what is that?
Get out!
Oh,
Stop it! They're beautiful.
Wow.
wow.
Whose OC is that?
Yeah.
They're not.
Gundam
you know.
Dios mio. It's my reaction when I see it.
Oh my god.
I'm gonna be honest. I'm not talking about anybody specifically. This is the kind of thing that like 3 or 4 years ago somebody joining BFS would have showed up with. Like this is my ultimate Gunpla. Please
This
rate me a 15.
this
Oh,
kills
no, they combine.
everything.
They combine.
Yeah, they do, right here.
Oh
They
god.
combine. Look at this.
So if it's the Pollux as the main base, then it becomes the Gundam Scudi, and then if it's the Castor as the main base, then it becomes the Gundam Dios.
Oh.
Man.
What the hell?
Met says
This
Rick
is
Dios.
some like... Well, like Taco, I thought you would be behind this like 100%.
Well, maybe I
looks
can actually release a kid. I might be, but right now
Right,
it's just
this
Gundam
is-
bollocks.
This
Why are
is
you
like
accusing
Brave
him?
Legends type stuff.
I have to buy them so much so my favorite franchise survives.
Oh my god. these
Please,
are
Oh,
just
terrible.
just get us to
This'll-
the special Leos, please.
This makes me feel like it's going the path of like the Ashtray side stories
Oh,
of Gundam.
Yeah,
I hope
it
not.
really does,
I
doesn't
hope
it?
Not. Because before this,
Joe,
G-Unit had nice suits.
yeah, Joe, as your senior in seeing a beloved anime series go down shit, go down to shit, Wing doesn't have much longer left for it.
But it just got 5 new master grades and
We're
the
gonna
new
see
heavy
a
armor.
Lord Heavy Arms and
Oh.
Speaking of new releases,
Oh, the armadillo? Are we gonna talk about that?
yeah, yes we are.
The armadillo is cool.
Yeah, the
We've
Armadillo.
still not got
wait.
any pictures of it though.
I mean,
All of
listen,
those master grades are great.
Yeah,
Um,
all the Gloria Loser stuff getting kits is awesome.
I'm glad I never bought that conversion kit.
Are you upset that they're releasing the Flugel? Because I'm not.
I'm not. They can.
I
they
have
can
to
have
buy
it.
it, but you know,
Right.
I hate the Flugel, but I have to buy it.
I mean, are they going to release it in real grade?
No. Well,
no, don't
Then
release
no,
it in
that's
MG.
fine. They can have it.
I feel like
No,
they
honestly,
could.
We've got a lot to look forward to, so it's nice. But
I actually
we have
haven't seen the
something
Flugel.
for
I did not
2020.
know they were releasing that.
Oh,
I don't think they are they?
Let me. You
No,
don't-
they're not.
You don't have to.
Yeah,
pull,
I didn't think they were.
You don't have to pull it up, but let me get this one because it's been a great like 6 months for AOZ. Honestly, I've never been happier in my entire life. I have a Khar 2 and a Hazenthay 1 on pre-order. You couldn't have told me 5 years ago that I would ever be able to buy those kits. I
I
would've
remember
told you
the
a
day when that Woundwalk kit appeared at that promo show. That was an amazing. I mean, it was a turning point.
Yeah, that was it. And now we've got almost everything, all the main suits from.
Jin says frozen teardrop when.
Oh,
No.
Oh.
Mm.
Prometheus Gundam on deck.
Uh,
guys.
Do you know
Now-
those designs still don't? They've not been revealed fully,
Yeah, no.
It's made of coffins, and it turns into a coffin.
and it has a giant cross, which it carries on its back. Like Jesus.
Man,
but to answer
just
your-
like Jesus would have done.
You gotta imagine if for Glory and Losers, if they're doing the main 5, what's the next one they do after that?
Right,
It's
the
the
Flugel.
Flugel.
Right. that
So
makes
it's
sense.
coming. It's coming. Those things have been selling well. So
But that means we're close to getting, I assume, a high grade Shenlong.
That would.
Yeah,
That-
it'll be there eventually.
Yeah, we'll be waiting for that. Yeah.
That and a Death Scythe? Oh man.
Don't say high grade Shenlong, you son of a bitch.
Listen.
Oh, he's making one. That's right.
God damn it. Shut up.
Well, time to throw that out.
yeah, you might as well just stop now, dude.
No, I have to continue, otherwise they won't release it. So
Guys,
Oh, you have to get invested.
sorry, can I just interject? I don't want to be to shock you, but if you check the announcements thread, High Grade Shenlong just announced.
No! No! You're joking.
No, I'm kidding.
Oh my god. I know.
Oh.
Hey, I looked.
That would have been too good.
It would have been wonderful.
Tenta would
No,
have
Neon, I have to get like 70 to 80% through the actual build before they finally release it.
I want you to have put the first layer of paint on. Hang on.
Why?
So it says
Why do you
transforming dog Gundam from Glory of the Losers. What's
Oh
that?
yeah, the Death Scythe.
Sorry?
The Gundam
What
Death
do you
Scythe
mean?
upgrade transforms into a dog.
The Rosette.
There's one?
Are we talking about Glory of the Losers?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's from Teardrop, but then it got linked on the
Oh.
Glory of the Losers thread, so everyone thought that it made sense there too.
No.
There's been some weird thing when they've been like bringing Frozen Teardrop stuff back into Glory of Losers.
hmm
What an awful title, by the way.
Which one?
Glory of the Losers.
That is the
Frozen
most
Teardrop is
incredible
also
title.
terrible too.
Frozen Teardrop is bad. It's very 90s.
It's very 90s.
But Glory of the Losers is amazing.
Guys, we've gotten a little bit sidetracked.
Yes, we
Yeah.
have.
To get back onto things, I think
Okay,
what's the
next.
next?
Is our design splurge. And
No, there was more announcements.
No, what more announcements? I thought we
Were
stopped.
there?
No, we stopped.
Mesa.
Oh yeah, we've got whips and finish suits.
Oh.
Oh, I'm talking about the Mesa.
Oh, the Messer. Oh my god,
Ooh,
you're
yeah.
right. You're actually right. Let's talk about a suit that we've been talking about for like 5 years, Neon?
I never knew this existed.
Yeah, dude.
I'm so excited for the Mesa.
because it's like before the stupid Girazulu came out, even though I like the Girazulu, it was the spiritual successor to the Giradoga.
Is the Girazulu the one with the flippers?
No, that's the Z Zulu. The Girazulu is like the one that
Oh.
doesn't have the flippers.
Look at the Messer, it's so good.
Ooh.
It's so weird looking.
It's so
Recent pictures from expos, it has like an unusual sort of coffee color. It doesn't really look like it does in the promo shots at all, but I actually prefer that. I think it looks fantastic.
It looks so
Well,
good.
the thing to remember is that the promo shots are all CG. So
Exactly.
Always take it with a bit of a grain of salt.
But look at
Yeah.
how good it looks. It looks so good.
It is really nice articulation and engineering, though.
Ooh.
This suit is
I love.
No, go ahead.
Go on.
No, go ahead.
I love the backpack. I don't know if you've got any shots of it there, Tenta, but the backpack is just like these two like pods that open, these sort of vernier pods. I don't think there's a shot of it. They look fantastic. I'm
Were
really
they the
excited
things
for
that
them.
looked like tits?
Yes.
Let me see if I can pull that up for you.
I've got a picture here.
Gundam Messer Titty Vernier backpack.
Jin asked if we're ignoring the dictus. Yes, we are ignoring the dictus. The dictus does not exist.
We're not going to talk about it at all.
If it was up to me, I would have ignored the Messer too, but these guys pulled us back in.
The best is a Gyaradoga underneath all that armor as well.
Mm-hmm. I love
It's
it.
literally
Sadly-
a Doga frame with new stuff.
Which is the
Sadly, I cannot
Dictus?
find it.
Is that
The
the thing
Dictus
with the
is-
pinchy claws that I hate?
Yeah, with the
No, it's the
hand.
one that turns into a hand.
Yeah, it's a big.
That's
That
what I'm
one's
talking
cool.
about. It turns into a pinchy claw.
Yeah, it's terrible. I hate it.
That's
No,
that's
that's
got to be
cool.
from Crossbone, right?
Yeah, it is.
That's cool.
It is.
Yeah.
From Crossbone.
It's the like the main enemy suit from the end of it.
Oh, that's so terrible. I like
When
how
are we getting-
if I see something completely atypical and terrible, it's from Crossbone.
It's Crossbone.
Yeah.
When are we getting the kit with the really long legs?
Never.
Stiltman?
The Eldona or something. Hopefully.
Yeah, when are we
never.
getting that?
Hopefully.
If we get the
Um,
hand, we should get the legs.
I love that people are trying to like, because lots of people are so like dedicated to Crossbone when as their argument, and then like the Dictus came out and they're like, no, it's still good. It's still good. I still want it.
Crossbone.
And there are
never.
people like Corvus who firmly
No.
defend Crossbone for having good
you know
design.
what? You know what, Corv? I'm coming for you right now. All right. Crossbone has good design. It has 4 good designs, and they're all the Crossbone Gundams. What the fuck?
No, it doesn't. It has a few other ones, but they're all by other people.
Like, what? Like, okay, it's got
has-
the F-91 in it, but okay, the F-91 existed.
It's got the Phantom Gundam, but that was designed by Kotoki. Same with X1, 2, 3, and 0. And then the only other good design is that UFO thing, but Ebikawa designed that when he was about 20 as a competition.
Yo, yeah.
So what?
It doesn't
So what you're telling me is Crossbone is garbage?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
Absolutely.
Did we tell you about the explosion that turns a man of black?
Yo, let's talk about
we have talked about that.
let's talk about
In
the
Crossbone?
fact- Okay.
Yeah.
So the main character of the first
We've done this before. We've
Oh,
talked
I know
about
what
this
you're talking
before
about.
on
I
the
know we've
podcast.
Yeah,
done this before,
I know-
but I have
I know
to
what
bring
we're
this
talking
up.
about now.
I have to
I
bring this
remember.
up to just really,
Given the current climate, it's
Given
time
the-
to talk about that.
Oh,
right.
God.
Bring it up again. Make it right.
So in the story, Tobia, the main character, who's a child in the first series, and is the main character for the next two after the first one, he's there. In the third series, he gets blown up by a colony. He presumably dies, and then a mysterious man who's blind and black shows up, and that's supposed to be Tobia. The colony blowing up turned him into a tall black man, and that's the story.
Space magic.
Oh, God.
Oh dear.
I mean, he
Moving
became a new
on.
type.
Oh, there is
All
there is
things.
one more thing to talk about, which is Revive Zaku 2.
Ugh, put it away. We didn't need it.
We haven't seen anything new about that in all honesty.
It
almost
was in the
tempted to say it's
magazine
a
scan.
I mean, who
I've got
asked-
scans for it.
Who asked
Okay.
for it? Honestly, who needed that?
Who asked for
Um,
another entry grade RX-78?
One really weird thing about it is something that I've never seen on a kit before. With this kit, you are given the option of skirts made of plastic or skirts made of rubber.
Why?
Ugh. Why?
Why?
Why would you do that?
Why would you want
I
that?
think
Are they-
naturally because the skirts of the Saku is very well covered. It covered the waist very well, so if you pose it, it's pretty annoying.
Right,
So
that's the
maybe
only thing I
soft
can think of.
plastic will make it easier. I'm guessing.
Ugh. I hate
Don't look
it.
under
From
the
the
socket skirt,
pictures-
please.
It looks like, I think the reason, like you said, Taka, the only reason that this skirt is rubber is because with plastic, the shark kick is impossible to pull off.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah.
That makes sense. And then the whole limitations on how much engineering you can put into an HG before it gets to be too much.
Yeah. All right. Well, fuck it. I still don't care.
Speaking of things that are made out of rubber, though, Joe, would you like to share your whip?
Oh, hi, I'm Joe. I build Gunpla occasionally, but when I give up on everything, I build Evangelion because we're playing a D&D game in Evangelion setting. I bought the high grade Asuka Unit 2, and I'm
Which
modding it.
I now have a 0-0 incoming as well.
Hell yeah, we're customizing to build the ones from our D&D campaign, and mine we randomly rolled our what would you call them, traits?
Savers. Oh, yeah.
Well, yeah. And mine
Now-
had really long, gangly arms, so I am elongating them.
Is it fair to
Those
call
beautiful rubber
what you
hands.
guys are doing D&D?
Yeah.
It's
Tabletop.
pretty much D&D.
Tabletop. Ava tabletop. There you go.
Because part of that seems like calling it D&D is a service to D&D.
So yeah, from on the arms there, those black bands down are made of rubber, and they have like a skeleton inside with like two positions that snap back and forth. So I'm elongating it above that point, and it's a lot of sanding.
What a
Seems like it,
nightmare.
but it's getting there. So it's
getting
definitely
there.
looking nice.
The legs are super easy because they're just hollow.
Now, what does
Uh-huh.
having these long limbs do for you?
Nothing.
It doesn't in game. It doesn't even give you an advantage. You just have really long arms.
Yeah, you
They're
don't
just
get it?
long to be long.
Yeah.
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 Well,
oh, well,
I mean,
the other random thing is I have a prehensile
Prehensile?
plug. What do they call them? Entry plugs.
Pre-hentai plug.
So that if someone shoots at it, it could I could flex and move my entry plug a little to the left.
and everyone
forgot
loves
about
long
that.
limbs.
But
Does that do anything?
yes, it makes it harder to get shot in the cockpit. But
Man, all this
There you
sounds
go.
really awful.
ooh, who is this slender Grimguard?
This is Taco.
It looks
Down under.
familiar.
What
So
are you
first of
doing?
all, let's ignore the background there. It's very colorful there.
What are you talking about? That's the thing we're focusing on, right? The
No,
Hey.
what are we? Taco.
Hey,
What are we
Taco.
building?
Hey, did you forget leg day?
Are you building the
I
thing
did it.
from that show that we'll never get?
All right, get it out of the system, bitches.
we're all just salty that we didn't get magazine interviews.
Yeah.
Where's my magazine interview? There's none for second place, is there?
You've not made
Where's
anything.
my signed magazine? I've been
The
with you
third
through all
place,
the
third
hardship. You didn't even mention me.
So,
Maybe
what
next
is
time?
it that you're building here, Taco?
All right, so if we look at the first picture there, we can tell is actually the 1 to 100 Grim Geared. I've been lately pretty into sort of a more bionic looking kind of mech, so I've been having this in mind for a long time. So that's why I made this spine looking thing. That's made out of that. What's that seat model kit with three
Oh,
heads?
the Baku.
The
Baku
Baku
and
with the,
Lago.
yeah, 3 heads. So I actually combined, because in the kit is meant to separate into 3 necks, but I just made it into one and realized it can be used as a spine. So there it stays. I completely redone the whole 2 legs, the 2 lower legs there, to make it much more slender, slim looking. So it resembles a bit more bionic design there.
Why did it sound like you said you redid the 2 lower licks? What was that about?
Yeah, I
said-
did do licks too. Okay, good.
You said you
Not the
redid
only one.
Licks? What was that? You said you redid the licks?
That's what they call them there.
You know what I said.
Lick my Grimguard daddy.
Oh,
no.
No. But so far this is where it's at, and I'm trying to work out how much armor or where to put them there. So
It's
yeah.
looking
Question:
good, though.
why does it need armor?
Yeah, maybe it does.
So it looks like more IBO.
I mean, not everyone wants to come out with a skeletal robot like your tactical mechs that you made, Hero.
I like that. I like
That's
that.
right.
I think this looks fantastic.
Thing.
Yeah.
He likes it with the armor off.
Yeah, take the armor off, please.
I genuinely think it would really suit just being like a bare sort of skeleton mech. I'd
You should-
really like to see that.
If
No,
you
it
went
looks
really
great.
easy armor, just skinny armor looking,
Mhm.
almost a little thicker than that.
Yeah,
That would-
that's
that
right.
would look
Yeah,
great.
so a bit of shape and thick, as the kids call it these days, and see how.
No, none of that thickness. The
Speaking of
anti-thickness.
thickness, though, we have neons.
Yes, we're going in
Oh,
a completely
okay.
opposite direction. So this is my commission build. It is a Zaku with a lot of armor on, as you can see.
I can't
It's got
see
it's got a jet boost hammer. It's got a cannon, loads of shields, and the armor around the chest is all inspired by World War One tanks. So yeah, it's a Zaku 1 origin base with the FZ head, all done to someone else's specs. But considering that this has been probably the biggest amount of scratch building I've ever done for a kit, I'm really happy with how it's coming out so far. It's currently in painting.
It's looking good.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to finishing it.
Now, would you mind if I asked if it was someone from the community or someone on another channel of yours?
It's someone from Build Fight.
Why are you protecting them, Neon?
What in the world?
Because knowing you lot will get someone extorting them or something, like intercepting the parcel.
So, why didn't you hire me, man?
That's exactly why we're worried.
Man.
What do you want me to like subcontract it?
I heard you have a custom being made. Would you like some effects for it?
No.
Neon, did you get my number out?
Why hasn't Joe received any texts asking for Gunpla parts? That is what he's asking.
It's because Hero's building
yeah,
them with
so-
his with
Now,
his
my real question, Neon, is did Mr. So and So request like what's it called, Zimmerit plating?
Yeah, that's what I was wondering too,
Unfortunately not.
actually.
that
I
would
wish
be
that they
cool.
had. I do know how
Yep.
to make Zimmerit, but
Yeah,
not
they
now.
sell little rollers or
They
like
do
little
sell little
textured
rollers.
things.
They're like
Zimmerit
$50.
Yeah.
Like,
The weird thing with
Never buy anything specifically made for any kind of modeling because it's always far overpriced.
The 1/100 Tieran, for some reason, its shield has that texture on it, and you
Does
can't tell it
Hang
on the
let me look at
box.
it.
You can't tell looking at the box or like its pictures, but that is like a textured Zimmerant plating shield. It's pretty cool.
No kidding.
Yeah.
I mean, the thing with Zimmerit is that putting it on a Gundam any point that isn't the legs is completely pointless because that stuff was meant to disable electromagnetic mines.
Well, I mean, the Gundam could lay down and then
Yeah,
For
when it's
now.
laying down, I guess it's good.
Chill, man.
Basically, I
roll
just
over
want
things.
When it's just
I just
crawling.
want it all to look like indestructible pieces of crap. Like that big fat Barbatos that someone online is making.
Oh yeah, the Kondo
Oh,
Barbatos.
Yeah,
They finished that, by the way. They've started on the Kondo Greys now. Have you seen
Oh
it?
God.
not
Yeah,
lately.
it's got a big crotch.
Let
Oh,
me see if I
now
can
I'm
find it.
interested.
I'll put it on the back burner. I'll find it for you, and I'll drop it in when I find it.
Speaking of things that look indestructible, Hero,
Yes,
you're
I have. I decided to. Well, I've been working on this thing since like December, and I just kind of decided to start finishing it up recently. I didn't like the way it looked originally when it lost to Taco, and I assume it would still lose to Taco, but I at least it would be better looking now. Because the two greens that I used were far too similar to actually look any different. So now I went back and painted the other green a little lighter. And other than that, just adding decals, fixing up small things, and then actually adding a secondary gun so it's kind of useful in build fight if I decide to battle with it. Because
Can you give it proper feed as well?
No, not unless someone gives me some Atlas feet.
Disgusting.
But yeah, no, it's keeping those feet. I mean, the point is that it's a spacesuit. It's not supposed to be on the ground ever.
Yeah, no, lose the legs altogether.
I wish I could. I honestly do. I don't like the way they turned out.
But like,
Good
how
for
do you know
you.
grounds are real if your feet are not real?
That's a philosophical question that we cannot answer on this podcast.
we're not that level of podcast yet.
We're not that kind of Gunpla podcast.
Gunpla
Alright.
with Joe Rogan.
You want the other plot?
We'll go ahead and look at a couple of the finished builds and just kind of tab through them real quick and then move on to the next segment. Sound
You
good?
all did very well. I'm so proud.
So,
Except for Joe.
Except for
We've
Joe.
got
except for me.
I
we've
hate that
got
rubber Ava.
Swords Elephant.
That looks great. That came out great.
Yeah.
Vile creature.
In case none
so
of you
well
know,
done,
it's
though.
all 3D printed.
Right.
That's
We've got
such a
the
beautiful thing.
rebound to Emrock that Ham finished recently.
It's looking good. I really
Or
like
like,
it. It's
uh,
clean.
Hammerrock. am
We
I
have
right?
the Titan Thing Rialto. I have no idea who did this. Was
This
it
is-
NC?
That was
Yeah.
That's
That was not
Char.
Char.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Not
that
Char.
came out great.
It's great.
Straight out of Titanfall.
Yeah,
It's amazing.
very different.
We have the Jim White Dingo 2.0.
This one's Chuck's. I really like the colours,
Yep.
and I like the way it came out.
Yeah, it's great.
I like the shotgun.
That looks exactly like the name implies.
Mhm.
Yep. Very
Sure,
white
well
dingo. Also, bravo to anyone who can try using the Jim Cold District rifle. You're a braver man than I.
Why is it really that bad?
It's just weird. It's a really
It's-
strange looking.
It's great.
Weapon.
It's got that side mag. It's so
You've got
cool.
the side mag. Why do you have a side mag?
Hold on.
You
to
know, side mags.
You can't hold on to it. That's the point.
it. No, yeah, you hold on to it and shoot it. Like
You
they
hold
You
did
it.
in
actually
World
hold
War.
on to it.
in World War II, like the German guns.
I'm going to have to check with Sword about if that is true or not.
It's
That's
not like
true.
it's not like the mag gets hot.
Don't
Right, and look
don't
who won
fact
that war,
check him.
Sword, if you're hearing this, I need you to ban Joe immediately.
No! I don't even know what I did.
We also
That sounds
had
like
the,
you are trying to contact him from beyond the grave.
Wait, who? What is this? This is the first time I'm
This is
seeing
the
this.
Gundam
This is
Orcannon
used, isn't it?
from
Yeah, this is
Yusei,
used.
who custom
This
built
is
a new
really
frame
cool.
launcher for it.
I didn't know he built nice things.
Man.
That's a horrible thing to say. Whose builds are great?
He's doing great.
These ones are really nice.
Also got the Hades DS from Met.
No, I
Yay.
probably no. Hang on, because I feel like I saw that 12 and a half months ago and went, oh, he's building another denial thing, and now it looks completely unique, and I love it.
Yeah,
There
he's
you go.
doing great for himself.
Hades.
he's-
Go-
Go back to the Hades DS.
Yes.
Damn.
No, I just
think-
like it.
I
That's
also
all.
haven't seen that in a couple of months, so
That he
Wow.
just finished building
Yeah,
that.
he just finished that. Like I
it
want to
looks
say,
great.
like a month ago.
I
Joe-
couldn't find the Kondo Greys, but I did find this, which is absolutely cursed.
Why?
I'd
It's
like-
great.
I'd like to congratulate Met on this. Because this is his first full 15-point suit.
Right.
And it's
Oh,
also,
really?
I think, his
Could use
first
the,
use of resin.
Yes.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
the sword from the Simp group, was it?
Yep, correct.
Mhm.
An
Simp
unfortunately
models.
named company called Simp releases amazing resin parts.
I use their
And-
metal detail parts. They're really
Yeah, me
good.
too. They're great. But the resin parts are not that easy to work with, so it looks really great. And that I don't know what you would call it, the shoulder rig for the heat buster is all scratch built, and it looks great. Someone is
dares?
breaking into the car
Stealing cars,
that
man.
Penta is filming from. Are you all right, man? Should we send somebody?
He's dead.
Oh man.
Yeah, like I was saying,
it a
before
white
someone
cop?
broke in. That shoulder rig is scratch built, and it looks really great.
Yeah.
It does look really
He
good.
did a really good job on this. Like a really good job.
Big fan. Big fan.
Tenta, you okay?
He's dead.
Oh, he's muted now.
No, I'm good. Someone's car alarm went off.
Mr.
We also
Mr.
got the cheeky core system from him.
Was he maybe stealing the car? 'Cause that was sounded really close.
So
literally
this
right
is
outside.
a core
Wow.
Gundam.
Wow, Met really popped out 4 this year already, huh?
I know. How is he doing it? I
He
really
took
like
all
this
of
thing.
my life essence.
Oh my
That's how
god. Tenta, stop flying through everything. Jesus. Hold for like
Got to talk
a
about the
minute.
good things.
He took the life essence of us all, Joe.
Yeah, no, none of us can build anymore because he's building everything.
None of us
Yeah.
have built anything anymore.
Yeah.
Met is sapping our energy.
It actually looks really good though.
Yeah, it does.
And I think it's the only one he finished for the core Gundam build,
Listen,
right?
That
Well, it
is-
wasn't a core Gundam build-off. It was an age-off.
Okay, but
And it came out just
And,
as
it became,
the
and because
entire
you
age
said
okay.
hit list was
because
sold
you
out.
said
was-
Core Gundam was allowed,
Right.
everyone
the
went with
issue
Core Gundam
was
because it had just come out.
It turned into a wear part thing, and then you kept saying like, "Oh, well, you could use the core Gundam, I guess," and that everybody was confused. Nobody knew what they were supposed to do.
It worked out
What a
fine.
disaster.
How many entries did you have for that?
One.
2, I think.
There was somebody besides Met.
I think so. Well, let's move on.
Almost
I'd
as
rather
good as
not
one of
talk
Ham's
about it.
contests.
Hey,
We've got
you skipped your own thing. You go back to your thing, Tenta. Stop skipping over your
It's
own work.
trash.
Shut up! Stop skipping.
it's the flag.
It's
I
great.
love this.
Is this a
Wait.
GN flag?
No, it's just the
No,
normal
it's a
one.
regular one.
It's just
Oh,
With-
you're right. It is bad.
With
It is
added
bad.
details here and everything.
yeah,
Yeah,
it's
it looks
nice
great.
detail
Is this
on
the
flag.
thing with the back of the leg grills that you scratched?
I have no idea.
All right. Good talk.
Thanks,
no
son.
scratch like parts. Moving on.
We've also got the HG origin from or grams from Futu. Yeah.
Why did he build this? This is the farthest you can get from a frame arms girl with titties model.
How
He
did
built
Futi release
everything.
this and I didn't know about it?
Futu releases everything on his blog, though.
Yeah, he's
You know,
on a
I don't
different
follow
level.
blogs. I
Now,
don't
if
think
only-
you can.
If only he had given it some titties.
Then Joe would be interested.
No, I'm
Exactly.
interested now. He always does great work, and I love the RX-78 because it makes me think of the childhood that it didn't exist during.
I thought you were going to say better times.
No,
The
I mean,
80s.
There's a
I wish-
second victory as well.
Yes.
I wish
Yep.
I had such
the
great
second-
mentors as Amaro Ray.
This is wow! I have not seen that. That is incredibly well painted for a high grade victory kit.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Do you guys know
I like
how
the
small
choice
that
of,
is?
Yeah, very
No,
tiny.
it's
very
tiny.
small.
So go on, Taco. What were you saying?
I like the choice of not black. What do
Right.
you call that? Panel lining, just a bit
Mm.
brown grayish. I think that pop makes the white pops up pretty well as well.
It gives
Yeah,
it
that's
a more
gorgeous.
I like the second victory a lot.
Yeah.
I can't believe it wasn't a master grade kit.
Nobody wants it.
Can't believe it's not butter.
I do.
Well, there's a master grade.
There's not of the second V.
Oh, okay.
There should be.
So let's all talk about the wing Verka.
Let's go on to something better to talk about.
Yeah, I got.
Yeah,
nothing
that
to
was
say.
announced. I forgot that. Everyone was so
Yeah.
disappointed.
That was such-
Everyone was disappointed, but me.
So is that just another wing, except with the wings on the back?
No, a lot
No,
of
it's-
people are saying it's going to have more. They just haven't showed pictures of everything it's coming with.
Because it looks like the same kit we already have 3 of.
No,
I
it
even
doesn't.
saw a bunch of people like heavy theorizing that it's going to come with the Dreisberg rifle and everything.
It won't.
It was.
Man.
I don't know.
It
Yeah, but this
won't.
one you can hide the guns under the wings, and they can transform into
Thinking
birds
up-
with wing mold or something.
One of the most pointless things is thinking up theories of what kits will come with what.
Yeah.
Also, Corvus is saying that there is a master grade of it. It says second V assault for a car. Corvus, you are wrong.
That's
It
the
is not the
V2.
second V.
Right,
it's
that's
the
the
V2. Kick him from chat.
You
Kick him.
stupid. You
Kick
dumb bitch.
Everyone point at him. Everyone point at him.
Jesus, damn.
Point and laugh.
Shame this man in front of all 6 of our viewers.
Shame.
So instead of hazing one person, let's move on to the Designs Forge.
Whatever. I'm tired of your
Yes.
PC crap, Tenta.
It
Tenta
is
doesn't let us
time
have any
for
fun.
the design splurge. This is when we highlight some of our favourites, or maybe not, sometimes, designers who have brought us fantastic Gundam designers, and we talk a bit about them. So today we're talking about Nagano and
Amoto Naoko.
what's his second name?
He's
He's
the,
not a modeler, he's more of an artist. He worked on a lot of things. He worked on 5-star Stories, which is probably his most famous work. But he also did a lot of designs for Gundam, especially Zeta when it was going in a bit of a direction. So, do you guys want to talk about some of your favourite designs from him?
is he the one that did the Hizack?
While the Hizack is the greatest design from Zeta, he did not design it, I'm afraid.
The greatest design from Zeta. You're talking about the Bolionak.
The Balanox Saman.
Why is he dressed like that? What is that?
Because he's the guy who made 5-star Stories. Of course he dresses weird.
Are you guys
This is
aware of
starting
5-star
to
Stories? You should be.
Do you know what 5-star Stories is?
I do.
Ask your doctor today.
Oh god.
So I'll just go over some of the designs he did. He did the Hyakushiki.
Okay.
He made the original.
Oh.
He made the original Zeta Gundam, the one that you see in the intro, but isn't in the show. He made early designs for the Mark II. He did the Etsby, Kubele, Rick Diaz.
Okay.
So all the
few
weird
other
stuff.
ones. All the weird stuff. Yeah, he did the Hambraby,
Oh, okay.
Man, he did the cool ones.
Did he do the
basically.
Masala, Palace Athene.
Okay. Did you do Bound Dock?
I don't believe he did them. No, Bound Doc was Kobayashi.
Oh, okay.
He did the Dios, didn't he?
He did do the DS, yes.
Okay, alright. I mean, yeah, he did all the weird stuff. I mean, save for the Shiki, because the Shiki is the least weird thing out of that bunch.
It was super weird at the time, though. It was unlike anything else that had been in
That's
Gundam.
That is
Well,
true.
the Shiki was originally going to be the lead suit. When they designed it, it was called the Type 100. I'll just get a picture of it. It had mono eyes on the shoulders, which is
Oh.
something that he's really fond of. Tenta, I've just put a picture in the chat. And also the Hamburby and the DS were originally on the same side.
Oh.
Ooh.
Weird.
what,
So we
DS
can
is
see
gonna be
the
Titans?
pre-production stuff here.
No, the Titan suits, the SP Hamburby, and that's an early design of the Cubile, which is called the Silene, I think. I can't
The
remember.
white and blue and orange one was the original Shiki.
No,
Yes, yes.
yeah, this one.
That thing's amazing. Does
It's
it have
great, isn't
legs?
it does have legs.
Oh, okay.
They're nice legs as well.
2 even.
If you ever
Well, the
want to
legs
look
are
it
the
up,
most
that's called
defining
the
part of
Type
the
100.
Shiki, besides like the head.
So
see it.
it didn't have those legs, but it did. So those were taken from another early design from Zeta, which is I can't remember what it's called. It's just called White Gundam.
That is not allowed in these days.
It certainly isn't. I put a picture of it up.
Hey, man.
It's very, very 5-star stories.
Check your White's Gundam.
White Gundams can't jump.
Well, he also did this one though, Neon.
I love that
A little
one.
bit
I
more.
love it. It's great.
It's got a hat.
I hate
It is a mass production version of the Kepler that he designed.
It's
And so
beautiful.
also, if you notice, those rifles
that
that it has
adorable
were given
character?
to the Rick DS.
Oh, you're right.
Oh, I thought they looked like the Victory Gundam laser rifles.
They sort of do.
Very similar, yeah.
Whatever from that
Ugh.
stupid show is.
I hate it.
Ham's in horror. He doesn't like these at all.
No, this is
Those guns
terrible.
look like they combine and
I
shoot like the Buster rifle.
I like the Type 100. The Type 100 I think actually looks pretty cool, but this is terrible. I hate it.
It looks like a Mega Man. What's that one where they're in a video game?
Oh, Battle Network.
Mega Man.
Yeah,
Oh,
it does.
Battle
It
It
does.
looks like a character from that.
It does, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Met says, is the green suit supposed to be a prototype for the Rick DS? And it certainly is, yes. Tenta, would you mind pulling up the White Gundam? Which
Yeah,
is
there
on
it
top?
is. Can I
Why
see
can't
the
we
white
put it on the
Gundam?
list?
Man.
What is that thing in the back? The blue and white one with the black head? That thing looks cool too.
That's an alternate
It's almost like Cubile.
prototype for the Cubile. You can see the funnels around it.
Oh, I can see its
Got
little
a
pointy
fat
feet,
ass.
So
And this
here's
is the
the
White
White
Gundam.
too. Oh, that looks super
I love it.
5-star stories. Oh my god.
Oh, is 5-Star Stories the one with those golden samurai looking
Yep.
guys?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yes.
Wow, okay. It's kind of funny that seeing that made me think of it.
And another really weird thing about his early design is in his first concept for Zeta, it had a girl frozen in crystal on the head.
Excellent.
Oh,
Why not?
why not? The soul.
And you
So,
wonder
yeah,
why Zeta changed.
Do you guys want to talk about some of your favorite designs by him?
I mean, I like them all. I'm not gonna lie.
Yakushiki is really,
Yeah.
really strong.
yeah.
I've built many at this point, and it's just love those legs.
Big fan of Shiki variants, like the Mega Shiki.
Yeah.
That doesn't count.
Yeah, it
No, that does. Absolutely counts.
He did design that.
I'm saying it's
He
a.
basically designed it.
Yeah.
Now, here's my question. Did he design the Hyakushiki Kai? I will Google this.
Probably not.
If he designed the Hyakushiki Kai, then that is my favorite. I feel
He
like.
had
Busy for him though.
everybody goes through dark times, and for him, he designed the Kai.
I don't know if he did. Let me have a look.
I'd be surprised if
I
he did,
can't
honestly.
find who designed it. Oh no, it came from B Club. That's weird.
Oh. Look at that. B Club making garbage as always.
No, it was by Fujita.
Who?
Fujita.
Vegeta.
What else has he designed?
let's have a look. I think he did most of the stuff for like Zeta. Oh god, he did. He did Zeta's MSV line.
Ah,
Oh.
yeah.
So he was
I don't know,
responsible
that's-
for the mass production Zeta.
That's tough.
Not the good one, the
Yeah.
red one.
Yeah, no.
He did the Mephis Kai, which is
Ew.
hideous.
Yeah, no, that dude doesn't have a lot under his belt, huh?
Not good.
No, honestly though, I think the best stuff that Nagano's done is going to be 5-star stories. Like it's just so much more stylized than the rest of the stuff.
I think he works best when he doesn't have constraints, and 5-star stories is that to a T. However, have you seen that he completely rebooted 5-star stories as Gothic
Yes,
movies?
and it's awful.
They're
It's
terrible.
Is that something new?
It's
Yeah,
a reboot of 5-star stories.
It's not
And-
good.
If you thought the 5-star stories designs
Oh.
were too tall and too
Lord.
weird looking,
Oh.
that's not even one of them.
Is it Mecha?
It's mecha, yeah. They're
Yeah.
like weird
It's
biomecha.
fantasy mecha.
That's
I
a
don't
really
think
cool
that's one
looking
of them.
Digimon.
I always
No, that's
thought
one of the older
5-star
ones.
stories was already like biomecha.
That looks like it would have been my favorite Digimon growing up.
You mean it's not right now?
It's
This
It is
this is
now.
probably the tamest Gothic made design I've ever seen. Most of them have like the most enormous high heels, the tiniest waists. The only resin kits I've ever seen of them have been propped up by brass rods.
That's how he likes his girls.
Apparently, either that or frozen.
This is like bordering on like a Ragathon design, bro.
Yeah, here
oh,
you go. This
that
is
thing's
more like
sick.
it.
I like
Oh,
that.
God.
Make that go away. Go back. Go back.
Go back.
Go back to the robot. That thing is sick.
Oh,
Thing's awful.
What is that?
That's awful.
I don't like the little skirt things, but I like the arms a lot.
I don't like it at
J-
all.
And his
Joe,
head.
why?
It's fine.
What is wrong with you?
I like it. I like
It reminds me of the what's the Yakushiki variant that came out? The Kepler. Sorry.
The damned. No, the
Crash.
Yakushiki Crash.
Ah.
Funny you mention that because the Crash and the Keyblade Damned are all based on Nagano's concept art for Zeta.
Ah, that makes sense.
Oh.
In the early concept art, Keyblade also has huge hands, which carried over to the Damned.
It's for grabbing the other boy robots.
Well, if do you remember the bit in Jim and Ball where it shows up and there's
No.
like a Zagok on the beach?
No.
And it's like a vaguely erotic section with.
Oh.
Let me find it.
Is it Mecharotica?
Yes.
My favorite.
While I'm trying to find this, why don't you guys keep going? Taco, which one is your favorite?
I can't go on.
Which one? What? Sorry.
Which
Which one of
Nagano
Nagano's
design
designs
is your
do you like the most?
Who was that?
Oh my god.
He fell asleep.
Taco hasn't
Let's
been
move
here the
on.
whole time. He's been somewhere else.
No, the thing is, I don't really follow a designer. So when you brought a name or a thing is a Japanese dish, because I don't know who they are.
Yeah, no, I'm in
Nagano's
the
the
same
guy
boat.
that did
I don't know
5-star
anyone by name.
stories. He did the Rick Diaz, he did the Kepler, he did the Yakushiki.
Oh, that's a guy we've been talking about the whole time.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
Man.
Now you're all caught up. Now you're all caught up.
Taco gets featured in one magazine and he's too good for everybody else.
Look, really, I think, especially after just then, I think I got quite a good appreciation for 5-star stories, the Mac design. It would be especially nice if I actually got one in a mailbox.
If you didn't know, I was going to send Taco one, but I sent him a Gustav Karl instead.
Oh,
nice
you're an awful person.
Now, I understand, Taco, you want to steer the podcast towards Marie Kondo, and I'm with you, so we can talk about her for the rest of the podcast.
Is that another Japanese dish?
How dare you?
Hero is going to do a reading for us of a section from Jim and Ball's World Cup, which
Am
is
I?
where the Keyblade Damned first appears.
Let's
Oh,
see.
God.
I'm not the best orator here, so let's see.
Is it on episode 4A?
Episode 4A.
If you can start from I've Got You Now.
Oh god.
Let's see. Let's see. Alright, let's see. I've got you now! The Gog caught up with the Zoc. It hugged the Zoc with its long arms from behind and moved its head toward the neck, if it had one, and took a deep breath.
We have children on this podcast.
Bear in mind that this is an official product. It is a Gundam Build Divers spin-off. Hero, please continue.
Your styrene adhesive smells wonderful. No, that's where I glued my seam lines. This is so embarrassing. Don't smell them. The god felt a burning urge build up in his heart. It grabbed the shoulder of the Zgok and turned it around. Your sweater rust finish is astounding. Oh, your seawater rust finish, my bad. The Zgok's mono eye shined and turned to a dim glow as it heart thumped and said, "The water stain effects on you are also wonderful." The two gazed at each other for a while. Their lips, it is a mystery if they even have any, reached for each other and melded. The Gog was about to push the Zgok to the ground when the exotic Gog missile launched ports were punctured by a beam rifle fired from across the ocean. The Gog nursed its wound and curled up as a pair of large claws attacked it. A beautiful but menacing customized Quabbly appeared.
That will do. Thank you very much, Hero. That was wonderful.
Leon, I hate you so much.
So, is it like Gundam satire? Is that what that is?
Yes, the entire thing is a satire.
And it's produced by...
It's a Divers
Gundam.
spin-off.
Really?
Yeah, it's fantastic. It's awful, but it's brilliant.
It's just parody? That's awesome.
The plot of the entire thing is that they get trapped in the Build Divers world, but then they just take the headset off and leave.
Oh. It's like an isekai that refuses to play along.
Yeah, exactly. And then they get there's a scene where they have to go into an all-girls school to get a golden polycap. So they use girls' avatars, and then once the mission's complete and they all start to leave, it's revealed that everyone else at the girls' school was also a boy trying pretending.
Excellent. Oh,
God.
It's great.
Fantastic. Alright.
Why can't this get animated?
I know. This is where the polypod ball comes from, by the way.
That thing's great. Actually, you know what? The 3 designs I know of from that thing are great.
They got briefly animated in the in Build
They were in
Divers.
a cameo.
Well,
It doesn't count.
same difference.
That's
Hopefully
like saying
they'll
the
have
wound
more
work.
Wait a minute.
time in Build Divers
Isn't
animated.
what's it called? The Storm? The
Stormbringer.
Stormbringer.
Isn't that also from that?
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
All
Okay,
the cool
so yeah.
designs are from that.
All 4 designs I know from that are great.
And who knows? There might be another cameo for Re-Rise in Season 2.
Nah, they're gonna animate Glory of the Losers first. It's gonna be great.
Perfect.
It was
That'd be
never
amazing.
going to
Who
be.
asked
And-
for this?
I did.
Why?
I have a
Why did you ask for
shrine to the eyebrows of Gundam Wing.
It's so that Joe can write up the rest of his fan fiction.
this? I guess.
Very
Yeah, I guess you gotta
And
finish
then
it one day.
Trey's Kushranada turned into a desk and said, "Zex, kick your boots up on me."
Perfect.
That's the strange.
I could
So-
feel the love.
For the next topic, we've got Build Divers Re-Rise starting up, airing again early this month.
Yay,
Next
Nick's joined.
I'm
Hey, it's our biggest
Hey,
fan.
Our biggest
Yay.
fan.
And
The only
also
Our favorite fan.
the only
Good.
person
single
that matters.
benefactor for this podcast. He pays for
Wait,
everything.
All right, I need you to listen, Nick. I'm so happy you're here. I haven't cared the whole time that we've been doing this podcast. I've really been phoning it in, but now that you're here, I'm so happy. And honestly, you're so attractive that it's worth it. It was worth it. For
Ham's on his way to the
There we
office
go.
right
You're just
now.
a beautiful chocolate-colored man. Milk chocolate.
Wait, what?
I don't know what I'm saying. I'm so tired.
Joe, do you know who Nick is?
I do.
Are you sure? Are you sure about that?
Oh shit.
Uh,
Back to Re-Rise. It starts back up on Monday, I think.
I'll be back
actually.
in a second, guys.
Yeah, it starts back up on Monday. Thank God, finally.
How many episodes do I have to catch up on before
Like
Monday?
for like 30. No, I'm sorry, like 20. No, not even. No, yeah, like 20. Like 20.
We're
episodes.
at 18 episodes or something like that, I think.
Oh, not even. So there you go. 18 episodes. There you go.
Wait, how many episodes was the first season?
It was 2 halves. They split it into half. So they did 12, and they're doing another 12.
Oh,
Oh,
so
okay.
it wasn't done.
Yeah.
No.
It's a
They
break.
had to stop mid-season because of COVID-19.
I'm so confused.
Why? They don't have that over there, do they?
So yes, they do. So Re-Rise started. Re-Rise is the one with May, right?
Yes.
That's correct.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Re-Rise
Is it how you judge what show it is? May
And
or
then-
female?
I have
mean,
one question that's been
that's
plaguing
not
me,
fair.
actually.
What is
So I've seen the kit for the May thing, right?
Yeah, like I know that. I know the whole thing
it?
now.
Right.
How big is she?
I think as
Where?
big as the other Figure Eye stuff.
Double D's.
No. I mean in the show.
Double
Oh.
D's.
She's
in
a doll in real life, and then she's person-sized inside of the game.
Well,
Oh, so she's not mobile suit sized in the game.
no. Okay, so no. But the
Can she be mobile suit sized?
No. The mobile.
She has guns and stuff,
okay,
right?
The mobile doll May is like Sarah's mobile doll from the first build diver. So yeah, she's mobile suit
Okay.
size in the game.
But she can also be regular size.
Correct. Because that's her suit. So right. So when she's not in her suit, yeah, she's regular size in the game. But when she's in her suit, okay. So how do I explain this? So the Wadam pod that we looked at earlier, that's what her mobile doll is inside of.
Joe, imagine a rice cooker.
I'm imagining a rice cooker.
Right? You press the button, and then the top pops up, and inside is the mobile doll May,
And inside there's rice.
and also
also
some rice.
That was absolutely awful.
If that came out of my rice cooker, I'd be very happy.
Is she? Does she need to be protected?
No, she's a badass. She's great.
Oh,
No,
is she?
Yeah.
It's like it's a surprise attack.
Yeah.
Ooh.
She's great. She's actually one of the stronger characters of the team. She's like the
Well,
second
I've only
strongest.
seen 2 characters in that show. The
Yeah.
main character and her, and the rest are all like dogs and rabbits and shit.
Because yeah,
so
I saw like the
immediately
first
don't
2
care.
episodes, and there were a bunch of furries, and then I kind of didn't care.
No,
Honestly,
exactly.
it's not bad though. It's a lot better than Build Divers.
honestly, it's probably, I'd argue it's probably the best like build fighters adjacent thing since the original build fighters.
I
Because
completely
I mean,
agree.
Build Divers ended in assaulting a small child with armed soldiers.
No, I think what you mean is Build Divers ended in hunting for a small girl with rifles.
That's my favorite part about how Build Divers ended. When they showed up to their force nest with assault rifles, like, yo.
No, I know exactly the scene you mean, because all of like the guard frames are lined up.
Yup.
And then there's like
Yeah.
armed
Yep.
soldiers in front of them. Like we've
And
got
this is a small. No,
child.
this virus is dangerous. Why doesn't
Shoot
anyone
that young
understand?
girl.
It's an aberration.
Gunpla martial
Shoot
law.
that young girl with AKs, so our video game works.
That would have been a scene, right? If they killed her
That-
with rifles. And
With rifles
Yes.
instead, like, so it's a virus, right? How is it supposed? How are you supposed to kill it with guns? Are the guns loaded with antiviral bullets?
Yes.
And then you cut to Riku 30 years from now, sitting at a fucking in-game bar,
Drinking
just
him
grizzled.
Oh
He's
my!
just sitting at a hobby shop, filing away without actually caring what he's filing on.
Oh my!
And then he
God.
watches a young kid fight in a match, and he's like impressed. And then
Every
the
once in
young
a
kid is
while,
like,
he'll
can you
sniff like.
can you teach me? And then he goes, Nah, I don't build anymore.
He pulls out
Why?
Are you
children.
creating Guyver's fan fiction right now?
I loved
Yes,
Gunpla
we are.
once, but then the most beautiful Gunpla was taken away from me.
Neon, if she got shot in the game, it would have been like when Orca gets shot in IBO. She would have done the blood pointy thing on the ground.
Oh,
Don't you ever stop.
Oh my god.
Man,
I'm looking forward to it though. Season 2 is going to be good.
Season 2
I
has been good.
have, it has been
So-
The rest of
excellent. so far.
season 2
I've
is
liked like 2 of the main character suits. The others are crap though.
It's honestly, like Re-Rise has been so good. It's been such a breath of fresh air. For like,
If the show brings back Best Boy Sukasa, I'll be interested.
well,
He's already been back. He's already reappeared.
Yeah, we've seen him.
Oh, really?
He's the one who
Yeah,
built
Wait,
May.
really?
He's the one that built him and Koichi built May's mobile doll.
What?
Yeah,
Oh.
Okay.
So it works just like Sarah then?
correct.
Yep.
Yeah.
Correct. She's
It's exactly like Sarah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Now I'm interested because there's a character I give a shit about.
Yeah.
Are there
Well, don't worry,
more?
Joe, because Riku has also appeared once. Your favorite.
Are there
I
no
don't-
divers? More
I don't mind that
divers?
white bread motherfucker.
So far, we're only aware of a total of 3.
Right.
Oh.
Maji's in it.
May, Sarah, and then there's
Magic.
also a flashback character that shows up.
And
There's also the Rise guy.
yeah, the Rise one. Yeah, but yeah,
Yeah.
it's been,
Oh, it's not a girl?
no, it's a dude.
No.
Yeah, it's a dude.
Oh, then I
Why do you think
definitely
there's no
don't
kid
care.
of it? Of course.
Yeah.
No, it's
I
getting
see.
a kit.
No wonder I don't care because
It's already
and I
got
don't know.
kids.
yeah,
the
got
anima.
it. The anima, which I actually like a lot. I actually like that.
Which
What
one's
is
the
it?
anima?
It's like it looks like some Gao Geiger shit, bro.
I like to imagine you're saying anima.
Yes, the anima, the Gundam anima, the core anima.
Oh,
But
God.
what we all need
It's
now is
really
a Gundam anima.
weird.
The Rising Anima.
It's
Which
got
one
that
is
really
that, though?
weird add-on set as well.
But it's good.
The thing that looks like a butler?
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Can you please post this? Because I have no idea what
Yeah.
you guys are talking about.
Share
I'll
it.
find it.
I'll look for it real quick.
Yeah, screen share it real quick. But yeah, no, like honestly, for the 3, I would tell you to watch Re-Rise because Re-Rise is legitimately very good.
Sword has
hang
just
on.
brought a fantastic point up. Where is Rommel? The only character I liked in Divers.
Yo, okay, let me not see. This is gonna get me started on.
He might
why-
be dead. He was old and shit.
It's
He
okay.
was missing limbs.
Yeah.
I
He
hate-
couldn't he
I-
couldn't afford medical care anymore.
Might
and
be
he's
dead.
gone.
See, I hate Divers for one reason and one reason alone. That they put out that amazing prologue episode and got us all excited like, holy shit, like, yo, this is like Build Fighters again, and then it wasn't.
Oh, that thing
Oh,
sucks.
that thing.
No, it's nice.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
It's
That's
not great.
ugly.
I like it.
The ugly Voltron.
It's like very Megazord.
Oh, it has a core fight. Core.
yeah,
Core boy?
Oh.
I
The
wish I
story
liked
behind
it.
it is that the other EL diver he couldn't think of any good ideas, and then he saw the
That.
core
I like
Gundam
that.
and just stole it.
I mean, I like that idea. That's funny. But like the suit itself is ugly.
I like those
Yeah, it's
big
not
dumb
great.
thrusters. I like that it looks like Mega Man.
I don't
Yeah.
get it.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't
it's
know
supposed
what
to
it
be.
is.
Yeah, I don't know what it's supposed to be.
It's
That's
a
the-
freaking butler mech. Like, what is there to get?
Bizarre.
Oh,
That
you
hangs
know
out
what
with
it's
frame
spo-
arms girls.
You know what it might be? It might be like some kind of weird, like seraphim thing. I didn't even think about that, but that's what it reminds
Well,
me of.
The limbs are they're taken from, this is a really obscure thing, but in Awakening of the Trailblazer, in one scene the GNX4s have a booster attachment,
Oh,
and the limbs look weirdly similar to it, but I just don't get it what it is or where it's from or why it exists.
yeah. What if
See
it's-
this thing is cool. I like this thing.
What's
yeah,
Yeah,
wrong
me
with
too.
you?
yeah,
I like
so
the black thrusters. Those are cool.
I do.
Those
love,
are good parts.
I do love the color of his core Gundam though. I love like the burgundy, crimson-y colors.
Oh yeah.
I love that.
You know what I'm really surprised they didn't do? They didn't release just a kit of the core fighters or the core Gundams.
Yeah, actually, I feel like they would make a lot of money off of that.
I
Yeah,
could see
because
a-
people would buy those
there.
just to buy them. Those are like good versions of the Seraphim.
Yeah, I mean, like I wouldn't, but I'm sure someone would.
It's a shame that they've not done one for the core Gundam 2, because you know the Saturnix, the like drill version.
Yeah.
I really like that, but I am not buying a Eurovan just for those parts.
That makes sense. But you can use the normal core Gundam with it as well.
Yeah,
Yeah.
normal
You
core
can,
Gundam
but
is
it
stupid.
looks wrong.
Yeah.
It doesn't look great.
Cool. Yeah. Alright. Next.
But yeah, so let's look forward to season 2. Next topic.
Maybe by then I'll have
I
watched
think
it.
it's time. I think I'm inspired to do my no name.
Please do,
Oh.
or send it to me because I'd love to make one.
That's a great idea, especially given the next topic is how COVID is currently affecting all of us and our backlogs.
My backlog stays the same.
I haven't stopped working, but I have not been able to go out really. So I've been playing bad video games and not building.
You mean World of Warcraft?
Correct? I'm doing it right now.
See,
And,
I haven't built, and I've been playing good video games. That's the difference.
yeah.
I don't know. You've been playing Destiny 2. That's
Destiny 2 is fun.
It's not
It's
great.
fine.
there could be
I've also-
better games.
I got Need for Speed Heat. That's fun. That's real
I've
good.
been playing a lot of Call of Duty Warzone.
Ugh.
Anyway,
That's not good.
moving on to useful information.
I thought we were talking about what we've been doing with our quarantine.
Oh,
Yeah, it's meant to be about like how it's affected your building and stuff. It's a Gunpla podcast.
Yeah, there isn't
We
any.
just talked about it. We just said there's no building.
Yeah, quarantine has made me not build. There.
Quarantine
You
has
would
made me
think-
build
You would
less.
think it would be the complete opposite, but my motivation is dead, and so are my dreams.
So it's
I think
ironic,
that's true for a lot of people.
it's ironic that this ended up being the thing that made me start building again. That G bouncer is the first thing I finished in a year. Like, it's been a long time, and I'm working on the Quell, which has been sitting on my desk ready to be painted for like a week and a half, but that's besides the point. It'll get done hopefully this week, maybe. But yeah, COVID's actually been. I see a lot of positives in. I don't like saying this in COVID.
COVID has been good to him.
I sound so bad because that's why I don't like saying-
isolation has given you a lot of positives to look at.
Correct.
Ham lost
correct.
like 150 pounds on COVID.
The COVID diet.
Honestly,
Yeah.
honestly, being inside has let me do a lot of shit that I probably wouldn't have done if not for being. Also, like financially, yo, the government's hooking a nigga up. Like,
Yeah, for real.
Unfortunately, I work in healthcare. I was not allowed to not work.
Yeah.
I've been working since
So get
it
this.
started.
Hero, I make sandwiches for the people that make the test kits, and they just send me Gunpla money. It's incredible.
yeah, that's great. It's honestly, yeah, like, so yeah, it's weird for me. Like, isolation has been a really good. I don't know why isolation is what made me want to start building Gunpla again. Like, it gave me all my motivation back for some reason. But yeah, it did. So like, cause what I turned out like that G bouncer in like a week. I did that in like a week.
Yeah, that was fast.
That's awesome, dude.
And it looked good.
And I felt good about it. And it was like, oh, it's back. It's all back for now.
How are the other time zones feeling about this? Taco? Neon?
How has the kangaroo meat been affected by this?
Exactly.
Is it rancid?
It's funny how you say that because we're actually seeing an increase of kangaroo sighting in the neighborhood areas.
Just like in Doom Eternal, Australia is completely untouched.
Pretty much. I mean, like, in case you don't know, I'm in Queensland, and we find we've been no cases for months, so we're doing okay. We were going out and eat and everything normal. I've got work. I've been working every day. The hard part is just Gunpla has been pretty hard to come by because, like Ham said, it was, now it sparkled that the motivation in everyone. So everyone started buying tank models, plane models, Gundams, and everything. So I have been searching for a master grade Barbados for so long, for months, until I have to pay pretty much double the price to get one sent to me from Japan.
That's awful.
You should have told
But
me.
you know, other than that, I'm building slowly. Got a few things going on in terms of Gunpla. So really, in terms of Gunpla, nothing really changed for me. So
Business as usual.
yeah.
Neon, what about you?
Well, for the first bit of lockdown, sorry, we're getting feedback from someone.
Who's it
Taco's
going?
mic is echoing. I think we're good now.
Yeah. It was same as Taco, really, really hard to find Gunpla in the UK because they assume everyone had too much time on their hands. However, that did get me working really hard on the commission. So that's nearly finished now. I'm currently in the painting stages of it. And also, Taco very kindly sent over St. Andrew Stein. So I do have a plan to start streaming builds quite soon. Just waiting on the capture card to come in, actually. And once that starts, I think the Stein's going to be the first build. So I'm looking forward to doing that.
Stein's a good
Nice.
pick. Steins are really
I
good.
will. I will help you get your stream out there, and I will troll your chat.
All of Joe's followers will watch you, Neon. Don't worry.
Joe is gonna
He's
strip.
gonna invite his whole World of Warcraft guild.
I'm gonna invite
whole-
the
his
whole
whole
World
guild.
of Warcraft.
All of World of Warcraft.
So did Discord just tell you guys that's what I've been doing?
Yep,
Yep.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
24/7.
It snitches on you all the time.
And
Yep.
Betrayed.
Listen, just
I've been
like,
playing Terraria too. That's
Listen,
a video game.
snitched
And Call
on
of
me.
Duty.
That's kind of building.
Kind of building.
They
Kinda.
snitched on me for playing Maple Story, so listen, everybody gets it somehow.
Everybody's got their dirty secrets being exposed.
Listen, it's not a dirty secret. I know why I did it. I don't need to hide it. It was worth it.
You had reasons. You had reasons.
That's right.
So,
I would also like to, if you will give me 1 second, give our Bullfight attendee Corvus a shout out because he started doing reviews on YouTube.
He has.
And I would like to give him a shout out. Can I find your
And actually,
Page Corv.
listen, this is how I judge the quality of somebody's YouTube reviews for Gunpla. If it's gonna sound really weird, if the review puts me to sleep, I don't know what it is, when I find good Gunpla reviews, it's just so calm that it puts me to sleep, and that's what happens when I watch Corvus's builds, and they're actually very good. He does very good. What's that?
Because you don't have someone yelling at you about all the features of the Gunpla
Yeah, I
that you
need to be
don't
yelled
care
at
about.
Gunpla. I like being tenderly told that Gunpla is nice, and I'm like, oh, right. And then I go to sleep, and that's it. It's great.
So
wants that
what you're
dog
saying-
to hug him around the neck and talk to him about
He wants sexy ASMR Gundam reviews.
Yeah.
I was just about to
Yeah,
say that. So
absolutely.
what you want, Ham, is something like this. Hey guys, I'm just gonna start cutting out the pieces. If you just
Look at how nice it is. How undergated and easy to cut out this is.
Oh, I don't like that, Joe. I feel dirty down to my spine.
Now that I
Color-
can't get rid
color-
of that.
The color separation here is so
Yeah.
well thought out.
Oh jeez.
It's almost like you're right there beside Sayla.
I have
Yeah.
muted Joe. Please tell me when he stops doing that.
Before we continue, I think we can move on to the next topic. Sam, what's up next?
You
What
can
was
try
our
and
next
move on,
topic?
but it'll always be there.
It'll always
topic
be in my
is-
ears.
Oh, the next topic is something Neon wanted to do. Neon told us he had a game ready.
yeah, this isn't going to work without webcam on. So
Ah, really?
Oh,
Damn.
oh,
it was going
Well,
to be
next time.
Gundam Pictionary.
oh.
Oh,
Well,
okay.
can you describe the Gundam, and we'll tell you what it is.
That sounds like an awful game.
Gundam charades.
Then I think we can open it up for viewer questions if there's anything on the stream.
Do our viewers have questions?
We've got
Are
a
they
20
questioning
second delay.
us?
Do we
No?
have
We all,
viewers?
we're good?
We do have
We have
viewers.
Now,
first
where-
we
season
have,
of
like-
reviews.
Now, more importantly, does Nick have questions? I don't care about anybody else's questions. Does Nick have questions?
When is Nick going to pay us to do this?
Give your questions to Nick, and we will read them in his
We
voice.
literally have 4 people in chat right now, so I don't think
That's
we're
not
gonna
true.
have questions.
I see
We've got
13.
13.
Do we?
6 of us are here.
Yeah, we got 13. Well,
On the actual stream?
actually, one of them might be me, and one of them might be some other people. So, I mean, it might not be.
One of them might be me. I'm not sure.
Okay,
I haven't
I'm-
officially signed in.
So,
Jet asks to Nick, "How goes your day?" We await.
Is that what we're doing now?
uh-oh, Nick has a question. Yes, Nick, what is your question?
Yes, we did this just for you, Nick.
What have I lost? What? I don't know, Nick. What have you lost?
Stop
I swear
smoking.
to God, I won't stop until I find it.
Joe has new purpose in life.
forget
Oh,
making
dear.
sandwiches for the people who do the testing. This is more important.
Yeah,
It's
absolutely.
mixed
I will stop working until it's found.
COVID workers be damned.
So in that case, I'll throw a question out for all of you. You can build one final kit.
Oh.
What's it going to be? Choose one. Only one.
Does it have to
Master
exist?
grade wound wart.
Does it have to
No, it
exist?
has to be a kit that exists.
Okay.
Oh, then I die not building anything.
Can it be a custom?
No.
Damn.
Yeah,
Wait,
then
what was
then
the-
I absolutely die building nothing.
How long do I have to build it?
You have the
Oh,
rest
hey.
of eternity.
Jet's actually got a good question though.
Can I build it with my teeth?
You can if you wish.
So for Ham, for Neon, for Hero, I think you guys are the 3 active BFS people. But even though there haven't been any battles, are there any new things planned for BFS?
No.
No.
I've got a PvE session that's planned, so look forward to that. It won't be directly Alboaku. I'd like to go for something a little bit different for this next one, but whenever we can get a time zone ready for everyone, that would be great, and I think people would enjoy it. Last session was really good fun, guys, by the way. I don't know if you got the breakdown on what happened, but it was a really good session. PV works well, does need a bit of fine-tuning, but it is good fun.
I'll say
Yeah,
this about the system: it feels like it's in a good place right now. Like, it doesn't feel like anything needs to be added or removed, really. Like the last thing that we did was the big thing was change the numbers so that they're in the hundreds rather than the tens, and that feels to me at least more big mecha-ish rather than just like D&D kind. I don't know if you guys understand. You know,
No,
get
no, I know
the
what you mean.
feeling
Yeah.
too.
No, and I think the new rules changes were really. It seemed like a complete overhaul based off the read over that I did, and it's
Well, we
like
for
you
the
said,
longest time we were. I feel like we were pigeonholed to the fact that we had to do it by the tens place. So changing it to hundreds just gave us more of an opportunity to like mess with the numbers and like more finely play with the numbers rather than just like relying on ones or tens or, God forbid, going down to halves, which is more of a pain in the ass than doing
Right.
back fives.
No, and I think between that and the kind of more frequent PvE sessions that Neon's doing, BFS, we'll try and start up more BFS related events so that we can get some more interest in the system there.
We
That'd be good.
we should probably do a tournament again sometime soon.
Yeah, no, I think that might be a good idea.
I don't know
We
if
do
you're
have another question. Met asks, what's your favourite custom that you've been seeing built out of the community this year? Also, does
Nice
someone have
try.
a bird?
Yeah, that's Taco.
Taco, can you introduce your bird?
No, Taco specifically put him away because he didn't like him.
put it
Taco
away.
briefly turned on the screen to flip the bird before we
I
continue.
did have a parrot in the hallway because I moved it out of the room, but now it's 11 a.m., so he started doing his morning squawk. So I do apologize for that.
I would like to have him on the podcast, and I would be interested in seeing what he's built over the past lockdown.
I can answer that for you.
So as
There's your
far as,
answer.
You said what, Santa?
as far as this community goes, I mean, we've been seeing a lot of good things.
Yeah.
I just want people to actually finish more builds, which is awful for me to say because I'm like the crown child of not finishing things.
Yeah, people
But,
get cucked. So that's
I've got a few that I really like that I've seen. If you could just put this on the big screen, Tenta, so everyone can have a look at it.
I refuse.
We will never get to see the glory of what it is then. I think this is a really interesting build
Okay.
because I cannot for the life of me figure out how they did it.
Here we are. From the beginning.
Oh,
Like, how did they make this? The monoite moves.
oh, what the?
Oh, I can tell you how that's done.
Is it a magnet?
It is. So
It's a
what it is,
motor.
it's well, yeah, it's a motor, but the black part is tinted plastic, and then that moves on an axis. The
Oh, that's
LED moves on
amazing.
an axis.
Right, the entire inside of the Zoc is probably hollowed out, and they've got a programmed motorized light on the inside. That's just moving across that y-axis there, or not y. Yeah,
But
y-axis.
as well as that, like I love the water camo on the front of it as well. I think that looks fantastic.
Oh yeah, the paint job's great.
Yeah, it's done really well.
See, I'm just gonna say, I know Met definitely meant our community, not the community at large.
Yeah, if we want to go to the community at large, there are plenty of other builders that I can call out. But
But I'm trying to think.
as far as our community goes, I think everyone's doing a really great job. I just want to see more finished painted things. Just force yourself to do it.
I want to see.
I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna build a no name. It's gonna be
I don't
great.
want to see that, Joe.
I do.
Gonna do
I don't
it.
want to see your.
I
no
do
name.
want to see that.
Yeah. I'm gonna go get the box and put it on my desk. Otherwise, I'll forget we had this conversation.
I think you should take that box and put it in the
We'll
garbage.
look forward to seeing it.
Sword has suggested a new contest where you have to finish all your whips, and you're higher rated depending on how many whips you finish.
I have a box of condemnment for my whips, and it's also upside down, so I can never open it.
It's pierced on a cross with the lance of Longinus, like Adam.
Let's we could have a drinking contest based on how many kits you have in your backlog.
Dude, I would die.
I'll die.
For every
that's
kit,
it.
for every kit in your backlog, please take a shot.
Oh, I'm dead.
I would die.
That's it.
I
would
mean,
die.
At least 4 of us are dead immediately.
Immediately. Like that's more liquid than I have body.
I'd have to take like 2 or 3 shots just for the Taurus alone.
It was going to become 100% liquid because of his whips.
Alright. I think that about wraps it up though, right? Do we have anything else that we need to plug?
I have a question for the community. What contest would you guys like to see?
Good idea. We are definitely taking suggestions for contests. One of the ideas that I had floating around was once the new entry grade comes out, Neon briefly mentioned it as well, but it's essentially a test bed for any sort of customization you can do, and it's a really
You
cheap
should,
test bed for that. So a Gramps contest might be one of the ideas for later. If you guys have better ideas, please mention them in the Discord chat.
You know what appeals to me? The best
Yeah.
out of box build you can do. Like
Oh,
Just
that
pick a
doesn't
model.
count.
you
That's
pick
so
a model and
random.
you kill the seams and then you paint it and do decals and that would be sick.
I mean, I think that'd be
Why
an
do you
interesting thing to
sound
do.
You sound so aroused when you said it. You sounded like you're a little hard when you said that, Joe. Or like,
Please,
how excited
Joe.
he
Please,
That's
Joe,
just-
put your pants up.
That's just how I get when I think about the No Name Astray.
oh,
Oh,
Korv suggests new type use contest. I really like the sound of that. I could do the bar guild for that.
Ooh, I could do something cool. For
A new
that.
type contest would be cool
Yeah,
too.
I could actually.
so
Actually, I couldn't
everybody
use the
just-
bar guild because it doesn't work.
And
Well, it's
funnels.
still new type, though.
Sword actually brought up a good idea too. Put a upper cash limit on the contest, and then kind of work within a budget.
Well, we've always said like, just because you spend $100 to kit bash something does not mean you're gonna win.
No, of course, but
Wait, I said that.
keeping it as a strict restriction is a little bit different than that. I think though.
Oh god. Jim
Backlog
said,
contest.
Jim said sim contest. Oh, use scratch build a box.
That's essentially a logic build. Has anyone else made a logic build, by the way?
No, I
They're good
have
fun.
No, that doesn't
No.
interest me.
I made one once. They're really good fun.
The original logic was interesting, and then everyone was like, "Well, let me add thrusters, let me add this and that," and then it's like, "All right, well, you lost the idea of the logic."
I think
Yeah,
it
now
was
it's
just
become
thrusters and a rifle.
The
Yeah,
logic
it
is
just
just
become
that
boxes
box
with
thing,
thrusters
right?
done.
Yeah, it's just
Yeah.
a box and a rifle and thrusters, and then people were like, "Let me add my Sinanji thrusters to it." This is a logic, right?
But I mean, it's the same thing with the Natchin. I think people
Like-
are just seeing what's there, and then
Lovely.
they're adding more to it and stuff like that. It's
Like
not
I
necessarily
remember,
bad.
someone actually made a logic, a Zaku logic out of a Gramps, what's it called, the chain mace thing that the Gramps has.
Out of the
and
Gundam
they-
hammer.
Yeah, the Gundam Hammer. They just basically cut out a slot for a mono eye and then painted it green,
Lit.
and that was the Zaku logic. And I was like, wow, that's great.
That's creative. That's really good.
I will say,
I like
if
that.
we could get notchins, I'd love to do a notchin contest, bro. Like a
Are those little box men?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I like those.
I would love for us to do a Gundam notchin
I love the
contest,
napkins.
But
They're not the
They get
easiest things to get hold of.
right, that's the issue.
Right.
That's the
Especially
issue.
now.
How much are they? Are they expensive for the
They're
VR?
really
They're like-
cheap.
They're like $7-8.
They're
Oh.
not even that. They're about 3 or 4.
Are they?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, so you're
Maybe-
basically going to
maybe
be
I'm
paying
thinking
more
with
for shipping
shipping.
than the actual kit.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's-
I've got one. I really like it. It's super easy and super nice to build, and it looks great out of the box. And yeah, would definitely recommend.
Nick suggested underrated series Gunpla build off. So
Let's have a wing build. Good idea.
Yeah, the
Nick.
wing build was my.
Yeah.
Crossbone,
Crossbone.
gunpla build
Oh
off.
my god! What are we?
Oh no.
Everybody, Dictus build off. Everybody has to buy a
Bandai did this.
No. All right,
They
so
picked
we've got
this
some good
again.
ideas. We'll definitely reach out to you guys soon regarding the official contest and the guidelines. And anything else?
Yes, Jet has a question, which is, and he asks, where's that no-grade Dortress Neon, and what do you think of the Eldora Dortress? First off, it's a LM Dortress, which makes it far worse because it's not hollow. It is still under the bed. It still has the whiskey on top of it and a small knife just in case it tries to get out. What do I think of the Eldora Dortress?
Are you sure that small knife isn't for you in case it does get out?
That's quite possible as well. What do I think of the Eldora Dortress? I think the kit looks a lot better than it does in the show. I don't like it very much. I think it's weird that the binder set is its backpack. Have you guys seen that?
Yeah, it's stupid.
Mhm.
It's really odd. It doesn't suit it at all. I'm not
I
huge
think
on
it
it.
didn't have a backpack in the anime, though, did it?
I don't remember it doing.
Right.
I think all of the Eldora suits are a little bit iffy. I think the brute style ones are kind of cool. I like the driving tank one and the regular one that's just bipedal. The variation ones are not great.
Agreed.
I don't like the Eldora Dortress, and I don't like the... What was the other one? There was another
Window.
one. I can't remember. Yeah, that's it.
Window.
I don't like that either.
Yeah. Okay. The sweet man that he is, Nick, said last question since I missed the whole stream. How are you guys? All fine?
I'm gonna cry.
Taco's been replaced by a bird.
Yeah.
It killed him. It killed him.
That is a state of being.
I personally am doing very good right now. I honestly haven't been this good in a while. So really,
Hey.
I'm great.
I'm doing all right. I could be doing better. I still have work, so that's fine.
Yeah.
I agree, Taco.
I like how
Overall-
Taco went to sleep and left his bird in his place.
I tried to make it talk to the mic, but now it just talked when I talk. It's
I
creepy.
can imagine. I can only imagine that the bird has like a little headset on. I forgot to mention something on the announcements. Would you be able to get this up for us?
The HLJ?
Yeah.
Oh, speaking of HLJ, they followed me earlier today. I don't know if they followed any of you.
Yeah, they've been following
They
me
didn't.
for. They've been following me for like a month or two now.
I
I
don't
was
follow
very
me.
surprised to see that, considering I don't post anything and only re-like big boobs now.
So hang on. Now maybe you can answer this question. Who is that person that retweeted all of us on Twitter? And
I
I made
have
the
no
mistake of
idea.
following because now my entire Twitter wall is not a language I can read.
He's been mentioning that guy too, and he's been doing a lot of stuff.
Do you not already follow Japanese builders?
No, but this person's just been retweeting all of our stuff and liking it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He has a list. You can do a list on Twitter, which is just non-Japanese builders, and he's just added a lot of our stuff to it.
Which is cool.
That's accurate. I am non-Japanese.
I
are
am not a
non-Jap-
Japanese builder.
You're not a Japanese builder. This is
We're,
correct.
we're all
It's
just
true.
weebs.
Yeah.
But yeah, so Neon was asking that we share this. This is the Tertium arms that are going to be coming out soon.
I
That's
really
the-
like this.
Yeah, same. Big fan.
That's
It is
cool.
a upgrade for the Gundam Tertium. or the gun
which I thought was a bit under weaponed in the original release. I guess this is why. That rifle is like perfection to me. It's got a radome. It's got a linking mechanic. It's fantastic.
The only thing I don't like is actually the shape of the rifle itself.
Yeah, that could be a bit better. It's very double O.
We have an age weapon.
Yeah, I could see that actually. I could actually.
With the way that you kind of have like the tapered off tip.
Yeah.
But not only does it have a cool radome, it also connects to the Destroid launcher from the Saltzam to make like a folding shield gun, which looks amazing.
See, to me, if you like cut off like the part before the radome and then just put a better back on it, I think it'd look a lot cooler.
No, agreed. I think that'll do it.
Nick is banned from Twitter.
What?
What?
I'll kill him. I'll kill them all.
I'm coming for you, Jack. I don't know.
So BFS is now going to
Anti-Twitter.
Yeah, we are anti-Twitter now until Nick gets his Twitter capabilities reinstated.
We're boycotting.
That's my whole career right there.
What matters more, though, Taco? Your career, or Nick?
I'll do it for Nick.
There's
There we
only one true answer.
You know that bit in The Simpsons when Homer's at his desk and he's got that picture of Maggie that says "Do it for her."
Yeah. That is what adorns all our walls.
Do it for Nick.
Oh my God.
All right. On that note,
I'd like to thank Neon for that reference, though.
Yes. Thank you very much.
Old
You
Simpsons.
90s child.
there you go.
I think that about wraps it up.
I think that is all for today, guys.
Could we become a Simpsons podcast in the future?
Yes.
It's quite possible.
Crimson to Nick.
Nick, would you like this?
I love you too, Nick.
Is there a chance the track could bend? Not on your life, my Hindu friend.
Oh my God. Yep, and that's where we're ending the podcast.
Were you sent here by the devil? No, my man, I'm on the level.
Oh my God. Yep,
Oh,
that's it,
man.
guys.
Okay.
We are officially a Simpsons podcast.
Thank you for
Throw up your hands and raise your voice.
thank you for tuning in to this mess of a podcast. We'll be back at some point. I don't know when, but you know,
Yep.
hey, this is what you get. I hope you enjoyed it.